Hey guys, we're back. We have tons of questions. I've been getting a lot more questions from everybody emailing versus like me just asking questions. Because then we're like, it's a little bit more, it's what the people want.
Yes.
And so one of the questions that we got asked was that, first of all, a little bit, I feel like I already know her. I've been here like, I don't know how many times at this point. So how did you get started, Erika?
Well, actually, I wanted to open up a coffee shop since I was 16. I volunteered at my church when I was 16, and ever since then, I love making coffee. I love people and just building relationships. So I studied business. So like when I went to UTEP, I took entrepreneurship classes. I also joined organizations, so like that prepped me up, got ideas, started working on my business plan. And I just kept talking about it, that I wanted to open up a coffee shop. Just that I was scared. It was a scary thing, I was working at the bank for 8 years and I was comfortable, like you get a little bit comfortable and you're like, it's going good for me. And the thought of opening up a business just seemed a little risky. And even if I would have opened it before, I felt like I wouldn't have been that much ready, and El Paso wasn't there yet as far as like local businesses and like so much support. So I think I was like, you know what, like the time came and I was like, you know what, I need to jump and do it. Like I just, just risk it and see, go from there, and I was studying coffee. I was getting all these books, studying business. I did my financials, and I'm the type of person that I overthink a little bit too much. So I was just like, okay, how many coffees do I have to sell a day to break even? And, like, what is my, add up all my expenses. So I'm the overthinker, but I feel like that prepped me up and prepared me like, okay, like, I gotta get this going. I don't want to like wait too long and then later on regret it. So it took time. It took a long time just talking about it. But then I was just like, okay, all of a sudden, like I was like, I'm just gonna jump and do it. And, God, please help me. And, and thank God we've been open for 2.5 years and it's been going really well. And it's because of customers just like you and other people that come here that just are word of mouth and that support local businesses.
And what I like, what I just noticed and stuff, and I was talking about earlier on our live, was that I think the way that you train your people to like know exactly who you are. I know that I've already built clientele from here myself because they get to know you. Like they're asking about who you are, what your name is. It becomes almost a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
So when I come in here, it's like, oh, Sam likes decaf. Oh, Sam,
hazelnut,
and in like the creamer and just all the good stuff that you guys, it's really personalized. And I haven't experienced that very often. So I feel like I want to come back because, and I will drive out of my way to come here because it's like, I'm going to just make sure that, I feel comfortable and you make me feel like that.
Yes, and that's the goal of Global Coffee. To me, it wasn't just about opening up a coffee shop, but it was just like to build a place for people to like be like their getaway, like to come and then know that they're gonna get greeted, that they're gonna feel welcome, that they're gonna feel, that we care about our customers because we genuinely do care. We love coffee. I take coffee very seriously, maybe to like the extreme and like maybe very nerdy level, but I feel like that's my passion. I love coffee and I love people, and I think in order to, when it comes to training, I'm very like strict on that. Like, well, okay, you gotta be passionate.
Let's get deeper on that because I feel like with employee stuff, and so the questions that we were getting, again, I'm gonna go into the questions that we were getting. One, somebody had asked, like, when in your hiring process, you do have a strict hiring process.
Expectation list, yes.
Okay, so what is it?
Well, my expectations is, first of all, do you love coffee? Are you passionate about coffee? How much knowledge do you have already in coffee? I usually try to get people that have had experience in coffee, but obviously, like, to me, it's not only just experience, but to me, it's like, are you personable? Do you love people? Do you love being around people? Can you just start a conversation just randomly? Like, are you one of those people like can go to Target and just start a conversation from like, I love your blouse or I love your shirt? Because believe it or not, I think that's something really, it's hard for some people, but to me it's super important in my business because that's the way I am, and I can't be here all the time. So my team has to represent Global Coffee the way it is with me here. Without me, we're all this like you're gonna get that same special treatment whether I'm here or not. You know, and to me, customer service, because one thing, I can train you in knowledge and coffee knowledge and do cuppings together, taste coffee, what are the tasting notes, but the hard thing, I cannot train you customer service. That cannot be trained. That's something that has to be inside of you, and I already have that love for people, and it just comes natural. And you can always tell people that do like to be around people, because all my employees, I'm not kidding, I didn't have to train them in that because they naturally had it. I'm very blessed with awesome employees that really love people, that really love what they do, and I'm not just saying that because they're my employees, but because even outside of work, they're like that. They're not like that just here at Global Coffee, but they can be their friends, and outside of work, they're the exact same person that's here inside of the coffee shop. So expectations, just being dedicated, committed, honest, a person of integrity, a person that's always striving for excellence, a person that is going to come to work. We all have problems. I mean, those are my expectations, and I talk about it straight up, like someone that's always on time, that's always looks sharp, that always looks presentable. I have a huge expectation list of how you're supposed to be, and I'm very picky. I'm not gonna lie, I am very picky, but it's because this is like my baby, and I can't be here all the time either because I have a baby at home too. So I mean, it's just balancing my husband, my baby, a coffee shop. I mean, everything. It can be a little hard. So to me, that's why hiring is super vital. Like, it's extremely vital to me, to my business, to continue to be successful with or without me, when I'm not here. So I do have a big expectation list for my employees, and they'll tell you too. They're like, yeah, you could come in, but Erika has a really big expectation. But I have awesome employees.
Well, it's good, and I think that's why so the people that I guess we're reaching out were from people who have businesses or want to know from 2 to 3 years. So we have a lot of people who come on that they're growing, and they're barely growing, and you've been in business for a long time.
2.5.
Yeah. So I mean, what have been some of your uphill battles from 2 to 3, or what are you taking control?
I feel like my hard battle was when I first opened, because it was just like, I was like preparing as much as I could for having a business and having a coffee shop, because I already had the coffee knowledge. It was just implementing it. I mean, we have problems with the city and all this other stuff. But my harder problems were, I guess, when I first started. But 2 to 3 years, I mean, I just being able to deal with the growth. Like before in the beginning, it wasn't like, before, like in the beginning, we wouldn't run out of stuff, and now we run out of stuff, and it's like, it can be a little stressful because we're like, oh, we don't have this in stock, and we ran out, and to me, it was like, man, it doesn't matter if we get busy, that shouldn't be an excuse, like we need to be on top of it. So I guess inventory has been my struggle a little bit, running out of coffee, or or just stuff like that. I mean, or we're running low on masapan, or I mean, just little things that we just don't think about because we get busier, and then I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I did not see that. Like, I can't believe and then you have to tell customers, I'm sorry, we ran out. I hate having to tell customers we ran out of something. It hurts. It's just bother. It hurts. It's like you want to make them happy, and it's like, sorry, I don't have this, and you're just like, it's my fault.
I literally have that conversation, and I think it's good that someone asked, because on Saturday I literally would have the team or the employees in the back, and I'm like, hey guys, like, if there's no like sparkling water, and if there's no wine or something, like, we need to have it. Like, it's good that we're running out of it, but we need to have it. So we need to get it done.
Exactly.
And it's true, but I mean, those are. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it does hurt me when
you run out of something.
Yeah.
Like anything. It's like, oh my gosh, we have to make more lemonade, or oh my gosh, we need to make this mix again. Just little things like that, or. I mean, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's not an excuse. I feel like as a business owner, and as you're growing, you just gotta be more on top of things, And I have a great team, and I have a buyer that helps me also. Now she helps me manage the coffee shop, and now she helps me with inventory for that one. That won't happen anymore.
Yeah. And what were your? I guess if I can give dig a little deeper. Social media, you said, is your. If you have to get someone to help you with social media.
Yes, I mean, honestly, like, I can't. I know some people it's easy to be like be creative and do stuff like that. To
That's
me,
okay.
it doesn't come naturally. Like, I don't think about stuff like the way like the people that are really good at social, like you, for example. I don't think about stuff like that. So to me, I was like, okay, I know social media nowadays is super important for the growth of your business. So, you know, I had Joey come and ask me like, hey, Erika, like he loves our coffee shop, and you know, he offered, and I was like, I didn't think about it. I'm like, yeah, sure, like you can take pictures, and so I mean, I think that's what's helped grow the business too. Also, word of mouth. Word of mouth has brought a lot of new customers, but I think social media just, I mean, I think
It's a good balance of both.
yeah, I think when it comes to like, I mean, for example, like you do hair or like even fashion and stuff like that, I think it's really different from a coffee shop. I think coffee shop people just want to see more, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like people want to see like, ooh, the drink, the marzipan, and like, oh, like a new drink's coming out. You know, I think I guess I think that way.
I really love coffee, so I really feel like
If there's other stuff you want to see on social media, don't hesitate to let us know that we can start doing it more, because I don't know what people want to see, but maybe I should maybe try doing other stuff. You know,
Well, I mean,
how to do a French press at home, or you know, properly.
please.
or, you know, I just maybe they want to see stuff like that. I don't mind showing people too. You know,
But you would, I mean, and the question was more like, I mean, would you invest in hiring someone else for social media? Which you are.
I think you should. I think I mean, I would not be able to do this and like do social media and be able to be like, let's take a picture, guys. Like, hurry on, let's take a picture, and then still manage my business, and then still on top of that, because I technically like I do have like an accountant, but I do my own bookkeeping, I do my own payroll, I do everything myself. So like that other stuff, it's just like I just don't have the
Don't do it,
time, you know, and so it's just finding the balance. But I would recommend it for business owners, like if they can budget marketing. Always budget marketing in your business, because honestly, it does help. It really does.
What are your goals for 2019? I keep saying that, and it's so weird to me.
Yeah, it's already June. Like,
I know.
It's going. So we use our local roaster 210, and I've always been passionate about coffee. I love coffee. I love it from where the farmers to, you know, even the importers to like the roasters to the barista. Like, there's so much that goes into coffee that we don't get to see. Like, a lot of people don't get to see that. And to me, I'm passionate about coffee, where it comes from, how it's grown, how it's processed. And I just recently got a roaster inside, and I'm starting to roast my own coffee.
Woo!
This year is my first year roasting,
Way to
and
go.
it's a lot. It's like I always say, I'm so busy, but I always find more stuff to be, you know, do, because I feel that that's something so exciting for me. I've always wanted to do it, but it's just the thought of it. It's scary too, you know, because it's a big investment, and but you know,
And I think you have to spend money to make money.
you have to. You really do, and it kind of hurts sometimes. But to me, I don't mind spending money on coffee stuff. It actually excites me. Like, I actually have to ask my husband for permission. I'm like, hey, baby, I really like this grinder. I was like, even though I'm doing it for my business, I'll like, is it something that you really need right now to, you know, like, does your business really need that expense? And sometimes I think about other little things, and I'm like, no, yeah, I need to save up for the bigger stuff. So like, I learned to like just in my business, save up for the bigger.
Is your husband like friends with my wife? Because I told my wife, I was like, do you really need that? Is that the best?
You need that though,
thing?
honestly.
I know.
You need that balance. I
Because-
know I mean, sometimes I'm like, but me even being like a finance person, because I think numbers all the time, when it comes to coffee equipment, I don't care. Like, even like coffee bags, like when I've gone out of town, I love going to a local coffee shop, and it's not because I like the most expensive coffee, but sometimes I see coffees like Geisha Natural, and it's like $40 for a pound, or you know, it's expensive.
You're like,
and
yeah.
to me, I'm like, I want to try this one. It's like raspberry, citrus, tasty notes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to get it. And maybe I don't always have to do that every single time I go to a coffee shop, but all the, you know, good quality costs money, you know. So
Yeah.
but
You're not going to hear any complaints from me, but from my wife as well.
yeah. So that's right. This year, that's new roasting. Getting more into roasting different coffees, bringing different coffees from different parts of the world. I mean, that's what I incorporated it's global coffee, so coffee is global. No matter where you go, that's something that you can share in common with someone. No matter what country it is, what city, you can share something in common with someone just through coffee, and I think that's just awesome.
Okay, and one more question. What do you want us to know about you? Like, what do you want Instagram followers, Facebook, everybody who we share this with? What do you want them to take away from this video?
For me, that I'm just a simple person, I guess. I like to people. I don't really tell people when I'm here, I'm like the owner. I just feel weird sometimes saying that. I'm like, I'm a barista. Like, I like to make coffee, and I like just to talk to people, and that I'm just simple. I love people. I love God. I love people. I love coffee, and just want people to know that that we make everything. Honestly, it's handcrafted with love, and we make it with pride, and that's like our motto here at Global Coffee. I guess I love outdoors. I love spending time with my baby and my husband. I love traveling. I can't travel as much as I want to, but honestly, like, if I can travel every month, I would. I could.
One day you'll do it.
Yes, like to different countries. Like, I just love learning about different cultures, like food, coffee. I love that, and I just love getting to meet different people from different parts of the world. I mean, I get excited when we have people that move from Germany or like move from I mean even Mexico alone, or from just different parts of the world. It's really cool. Just getting. I mean, we've met some people that were here from Brazil, and I think they did like a road trip around the United States, and they came to our coffee shop, and I was so excited. I was like, do the bom, like do the bim. Like, I only know a little bit of Portuguese, but it just excites me to meet people from even different parts of the world. So that's who I am. I'm just a simple person. But
So I really want you guys to know, like, she's not that far. I feel like even if you're on the west side or wherever, I feel like if you really like coffee, you really enjoy it, take the time to drive out here. Every note in the coffee, and for really true coffee drinkers, it's super important to taste something in your every time you drink the coffee, you're supposed to taste it. And so I really, really do. And you guys have to make it out here. It's Global Coffee. We are on, what street are we on?
so it's Zaragoza and Erika.
So Zaragoza and Pelicano.
It's next to Planet Fitness. There's also Tropical Smoothie. That's a big one right there. Coralitos. So you can go have a steak at Coralitos, and then come have a coffee date here, or have coffee first and then go to Coralitos.
Okay, guys, you're going to have to follow us onto the podcast now so you can get some more information from Erika. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.